The news is full of headlines about economic uncertainty. Companies are tightening their belts. And maybe you're wondering what this all means for your wallet, for your savings, for your future. If the idea of a slowdown heading into 2026 makes you anxious, you are not alone. But what if I told you that fear isn't a strategy? A plan is, and today, I'm pulling back the curtain and showing you the exact 5 money moves I'm personally making to not just survive, but thrive in this changing economy. The plan over panic. Let's be clear, this isn't about panic, it's about preparation. An economic slowdown isn't a surprise event like an earthquake. It's more like a winter you know is coming. You don't panic. You just get your heavy coat out of storage and make sure you have enough wood for the fire. For the next few minutes, we're going to be that practical. We're going to build a financial foundation so strong that no headline can shake it. These 5 moves are designed to give you control, security, and peace of mind. So let's get into it. Move number 1, stress testing my emergency fund. Alright. Move number 1 is the absolute bedrock of financial security. I am stress testing my emergency fund. You've heard the advice to have 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved up. And that's great, but in a slowing economy, the stakes are higher. Stress testing means I'm doing the things differently. First, I'm recalculating my monthly expenses based on today's post-inflation prices. Not what they were a year ago. That number is probably higher than you think. Second, with job security becoming less certain across the board, I'm shifting my goal from a comfortable 3 months to a rock-solid 6 months of savings. This isn't just money in a regular savings account, either. It's sitting in a high-yield savings account, earning over 4 or 5%. So at least it's fighting inflation while it waits. This cash buffer is your single greatest defense against a sudden job loss or unexpected bill. It's what lets you make smart decisions, not desperate ones. Aggressively attacking high-interest debt. Move number 2 is about eliminating financial anchors. I am aggressively attacking every single dollar of high-interest debt I have. I'm talking about credit cards, personal loans, anything with an interest rate that feels like you're trying to swim with a weighted vest on. In a boom economy, carrying some debt might feel manageable, but in a slowdown, that 22% APR on your credit card becomes a brutal wealth-destroying monster. My strategy is simple. I've listed all my debts, and I'm throwing every extra dollar I can find at the one with the highest interest rate. That's the debt avalanche method. If your income were to drop unexpectedly, the last thing you want is a mountain of high-interest payments eating you alive. Paying off debt is a guaranteed return on your investment, equal to the interest rate you're no longer paying. This move is about making yourself financially lighter and more agile. Automating my boring investments. Now, this might sound counterintuitive. The market is shaky, so shouldn't we stop investing? Absolutely not. Move number 3 is that I am making my investing strategy as boring and automated as possible. The single biggest mistake people make in a downturn is letting their emotions take over. They see red in their portfolio, panic, and sell at the worst possible time. I'm doing the exact opposite. Every single payday, an automatic transfer goes from my bank account into my low-cost index funds, like an S&P 500 ETF. This is called dollar cost averaging. When the market is down, my automatic investment is buying more shares for the same amount of money. I'm not trying to time the market or pick the next hot stock. I'm just consistently buying a piece of the entire US economy. And I'm not even looking at the balance. This is how you build real wealth, by being consistent when everyone else is scared. Future-proofing my income. Your single greatest wealth building tool is your income. So, move number 4 is all about protecting and growing it. I'm future-proofing my income streams. First, this means becoming indispensable at my primary job. I'm actively raising my hand for difficult projects, learning new skills that are valuable to my company, and making sure my contributions are visible. In a layoff environment, you want to be seen as essential. Second, I'm nurturing a small side hustle. This isn't about building $1 million startup. It's about creating a secondary income stream, even if it's just a few $100s a month. It could be freelance writing, consulting, or selling something online. The extra cash is great, but the psychological benefit of knowing you don't have all your eggs in one basket is priceless. It diversifies your personal economy. Redefining essential spending. And finally, move number 5 brings it all back home to our daily habits. I am consciously redefining my essential spending. This isn't about a painful, restrictive budget where you can't enjoy life. It's about intentionality. I've done a full audit of my monthly spending, looking at every subscription, every convenience purchase, and every habit. I'm asking one simple question for each expense. Does this truly add value to my life? Or is it just a habit? You'd be shocked at what you find. That streaming service you haven't watched in 3 months. Cancel the daily takeout lunch. I'm making it a once-a-week treat instead. By cutting the fluff, I've freed up hundreds of dollars a month that can now go towards my emergency fund, my debt, and my investments. It's about aligning your spending with your goals, especially when the economic future is uncertain. So there they are, the 5 moves. Stress testing the emergency fund, attacking high-interest debt, automating boring investments, future-proofing your income, and redefining your spending. Notice a theme here? It's all about control. You can't control what the Federal Reserve does, and you can't control the stock market, but you can absolutely control these 5 things. Taking these steps is how you turn economic anxiety into financial confidence. You're not just preparing for a storm. You're building an ark. If you found any value in this plan, a thumbs up on the video would be amazing, and I'm curious, what's the number 1 money move you're making to prepare for 2026? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe for more practical finance videos. And remember, you got this.